Hello, my name is Daisuke Noguchi from Sumitomo Electric. I will try to be brief as I know everybody is waiting for lunch, and also my partner KK Chang from Mavex will be giving a presentation after me. I was assigned to Singapore, a little bit about myself. I was assigned to Singapore last October to promote and sell optical fiber related products. And before that, I was actually working for the European market to sell the same product ranges. And today, we will be presenting some of the FTTH solutions and products that may be of interest for you. First, we thought about introducing our products one by one, but we immediately realized that such a presentation would put everybody to sleep. So we were going to focus on solutions. Solutions which are targeted or it may be a potential answer to some of the issues and problems that a worker may face when doing fiber installation for FTTH. Three solutions. This is going to stretch from the MDU and a little bit to the OSP, but three solutions. A, drop indoor cable fusion splicing. B, some products for MDU wiring. C, fusion splice type field installable connectors. We call this links at Sumitomo. And since two of these solutions out of the three have to be used with a fusion splicer, before I go into the solution itself, first I would like to introduce a little bit about our fusion splicer. This is our new fusion splicer. It was released last year. It is currently the newest, and we think it's one of the best out of the three Japanese manufacturers. Now, everybody may know, but fusion splicer, it's been doing the same thing for years and years and years. But what's great about this product is that it has a great deal of improvements in the user interface. It's small, you can tell by its size, right next to the Coke can. It's light. It's only 2.1 kilograms, and it's still capable of doing 200 splices and heatings on one battery. And it's quick. On a G652D to G652D splice, 7 to 8 seconds if you use the quick mode, and only 30 seconds to shrink a 60mm sleeve. And we do it with a touch screen. And some of the environmental specs, it splices in very high temperatures. It has a IP5X rating for dust. It has an IPX2 rating for water. It can sustain drops on 5 faces from a 60cm drop, and it also operates in a very high altitude. Actually, the middle one, about the high altitude, one of our engineers actually took this up to the top of Mount Fuji on vacation. I think it's about 3.6 km, but it did work. Now that we have touched the fusion splicers, I would like to go into the solution. First one is A, drop indoor cable fusion splicing. Now, what kind of challenge is this solution targeted for? The challenge is, what do we do when a drop cable from the DP to the FTB at the house breaks? Well, in practice, the worker would have to go to the DP, open it up, and go to the FTB, open it up, and take the entire drop cable out. And in Japan, we work with the field installable mechanical connectors, so that means you have to do the termination on the both ends again. Now, with the drop cable, indoor cable fusion splice solution, this is the solution more in detail. You don't have to go all the way up the drop cable, DP anymore. You just take the portion that's been damaged and splice on both ends. Much, much easier and very, very quick. Also, this solution, this is a picture of the MDU building on the left, and on the right is the magnification of the MDU floor. It's very, very effective if you want to do some wiring rerouting inside the MDU. And also in Japan, this is also currently being considered to adopt this for solutions in normal installations as well. The next solution, we're going to present two products for MDU wiring. This solution, I'm also going to show a video afterwards as well, is targeted against challenges when it's very difficult to overlay optical fiber cables into existing buildings because of the limitation in space, like ducts and cabinets. And on the right we have is the two products that we would like to present. One is the splitter module on the left, and on the right is a low friction indoor cable. This is a picture of an MDU where we are using the two products. On the left hand side we have the splitter module. This incorporates a PLC splitter inside. The benefit of this product is that you can use the space within the existing cabinets for copper cables. So you just find a space, just put it in there, and you can distribute the fiber. And on the right, we have the picture of a low friction indoor cable. It's very thin, 2 by 1.6 millimeter cable, and the sheath has a low friction characteristics, which makes it very, very easy to install through a duct by just pushing it through. We'll show you a video on that one. Just a little bit about the splitter module. This is the picture. These black portions there, that's the SC adapter, so it accommodates SC connectors. There's a magnet on the back side, which you can just use to put on steel cabinets. And then if you're going to put it on the wooden boards, we have holes for the screws. Actually, we do have some samples at the back of the room, so if you have the time, please take a look at it. And regarding the low friction indoor cables, this is just to tell you how much easier and how much more cables you would be able to install into the same duct. The picture of the duct is a 22 millimeter duct. This is a very, very commonly used in Japan. And the bottom left-hand side, you have the one using the conventional indoor cable, up to 5-6 cables. Where you use a low friction indoor cable, if you can look on the right side, you can put up to 30 cables in the duct. And I'm going to show you a video right now made by NTT. It's about 3 minutes to cover this low friction indoor cable.
Japan's broadband technology for multi-dwelling units.
Skip a little.
Communication carriers wish to expand their service areas and acquire more users. To achieve this, one highly effective measure is to extend optical connections to residents of multi-dwelling units where most users reside. To achieve low-cost deployment of FTTH in multi-dwelling units, NTT Laboratories has developed a variety of innovative technologies. These include connectors that are easy to assemble in the field and compact splitters that can be installed anywhere. The fine and low-friction indoor optical cable introduced here is a landmark technology that dramatically reduces costs. The number of Japanese MDUs greatly exceeds that of other countries. In the United States and the UK, for example, installing new pipes to each room is very costly. To overcome this, one alternative is to use existing telephone wiring pipes to accommodate optical fiber cable. However, most pipes in medium-sized MDUs have an internal diameter of only 22 millimeters. Consequently, if the pipe already includes a telephone cable, there is only enough room to accommodate a few indoor optical fiber cables. To make for more efficient use of existing pipes, NTT Laboratories has developed a cable having slim features and superb wire drawing properties. First, it was concluded that a square structure, 1.6 millimeters by 2 millimeters in size, proved optimal. Second, a new low-friction outer sheath material was developed by adding silicon. And third, cable friction had to be lowered. To this end, NTT developed the world's first dynamic friction measurement system that enables the friction coefficient of the cable to be measured at high speed. Repeated test results showed that giving the surface of the outer sheath an appropriate degree of roughness could lower the friction coefficient to less than mu equals 0.2. The installation of this wiring demonstration is much more severe than that of an actual multi-dwelling unit. Here, a fourth optical cable is pulled through an existing pipe. And here, a woman pulls the 20th optical cable. This demonstrates that conventional products cannot be pulled through, and that our newly developed product easily can. The cable providing method is also improved compared to the conventional one. What's more, our new product has better bending rigidity. This enables a single worker to install cable using the push-in method without entanglement with any existing cables. Wire drawing properties are also better, even in the case of a damaged pipe. The worker experiences almost no friction resistance, even with more than 20 existing cables.
And that's about it for the video. We think it's a very, very good product that you can use if you want to increase the FTTH penetration rate using the existing environment. And the last solution that we will introduce is the Fusion Splice type field installable connector. This is basically a connector using fusion splicing. So it allows you to make custom length connectors in the field. And the benefit of this is that you have the good side of the field installable connector, which is that you can make one in the field, but the quality is the same as a factory terminated connectorized cable. And it becomes more clear what's good about this if you compare it with the existing termination solutions, which is one, pigtails. So when you work with pigtails, one of the things that I don't like is that you have to work with a splice tray, because you have to have a tray that accommodates the splice protection sleeve. And the working in that is for me, a little bit troublesome sometimes. And also, when you work with pigtails, you have to have either pre-cut the length, and then an installer might have to hold stock with these pre-cut length pigtails for emergency work. And also, you know, when you go onto the site, the pigtails or the things that you brought may not always be suitable for that environment. And the one in the picture in the middle is kind of extreme, but we call this spaghetti. It's not neat, and also sometimes if it gets too extreme, you have to have a separate cable management rack, and it's not always good. And with Lynx Custom 2, what we try to do is, you know, we try to eliminate splice trays, because the splice protection sleeve is actually lying inside the connector. Maybe one can make the box even smaller, because you can omit the splice tray. And the pigtails pre-cut to length, the inventories for it, you don't have to keep them anymore, because you're gonna make one in the field. And the storage work, the cable laying, the fiber, I mean, a lot of this is sometimes it requires a lot of skill, and you're dependent on the worker, which the level differs from one by one. And against mechanical connectors, what is the benefit of our splice-on connector? It's the optical performance, because with a field installable mechanical connector, you're just putting them with an index matching gel, and then compared to fusion splicers, the reliability we think is very, very different. Actually, in Italy, we had an telecom operator who adopted Lynx for their FTTH. They were working with a very, very small subscriber box, so they couldn't work with a pigtail, so they considered the mechanical connectors, but they didn't like the optical performance, so they chose Lynx for their solution. So in comparison to mechanical connectors, since you're fusion splicing, then you have a lot more reliability and insertion loss and return loss performance. And also, since you're working with a fusion splicer, the fusion splicer can detect the errors of an operator. For example, if you badly plate fiber, the fusion splicer can see that. And also, after you terminate, you can see the estimated loss to have some kind of understanding on the performance of your termination. And in the end, why Lynx? Our Lynx, we have a very, very full lineup. We have SC, LC, FC, ST. We have the clips for the duplex. We have the MPOs. It's already been qualified as some of the top class carriers in the United States, Mexico, Italy. And also, I think we have very fusion splicers that goes with it, and we work with the ABEX actually for this. And they have a very strong technical team. A lot of their engineers has been trained by Sumitomo in Japan, and I'm sure they can offer the prompt and professional support that a user needs. That'll be it for me.
Thank you so much, Noguchi-san, and we invite Mr. Cheng from AVEX to come, give him a few moments to link up his notebook.
Very good afternoon, speakers and all the audience. My name is Chen from Kumpulan AVEX. So actually, today's we have a very good session from all the speakers, and hopefully that all the audience have some understanding of what is the fiber to the home and fiber to the X. You say that you still didn't get a good idea on how the detail and all the components or the testing solution is. We here at AVEX can provide some training course that will be able to help you to get more ideas and more solution what the FTTH is. So here my agenda is first is about us, and second is fiber to the home short courses. And actually, our company is established on 1988, and today, this year is just about 25 years anniversary. And our company started by some passive component and some active devices solutions. And from that, we moving on some automation and also some security system. Then now, after that, we are going to more on test solutions. And of course, for our solution, we have the optical test instrumentation, telecom test instrumentation, fusion splicer, especially from Sumitomo, and laser optics from various of the suppliers. And also we do have fiber optics accessories, consumable item, and we do have fiber to the homes passive active component installation services as well. And other than that, we do provide some engineering service. And now, of course, we do provide some calibration and repairing services. I think if for those who have some testing equipment, especially fiber optics test equipment, they need some kind of calibration yearly. At least we have to ensure that the test quality is up to date. So if that, our servicing lab can provide this kind of calibration and test solution for that. And of course, lastly is our main objective. Today we would like to introduce our training courses, and for those who need to have more idea on this, we are happy to offer that. And this is you can see that this is our office training facilities. We do have a training room in our office. If you say that you like us to come over to your office to have a group of training to your staff, we can provide that. Of course, in our company, we have a backup capacity about 4.6 million, and authorized capacity is about 5 million. And with that, we have the what we call that repair and calibration authorized from Sumitomo, and also we have an Expos certified calibration authorizations. And with that, we have the research on the fiber to the home monitoring system, which is including that we have some technical paper on developments and characterization of tunable laser based on optical OGDR published on 2011. And other than that, our facility is we have the training room, testing equipment, fiber to the home system, ODF, FTC, PLC, DP, wall socket closures, drop fibers, faceplate, field assembly connector. All these components actually we brought over. We are just putting in the table behind. After the sessions, we like if you can able to come over to have a look on what is this component is about. And what we're offering, we have about 3 days of foundation course of engineers or technician. Course cover both basic theory and also ECAMPs, giving some kind of practical training. And also, I think this will be very good for, especially for the developers or any of the, at least they have some understanding how the installer work on the fiber infra as well. With that, I think easily for them to manage. We have also a localized content server for Asia Pacific regions, and we are certified by FTTH Council. And the courses, like you can see that the day one we do have the introduction to fiber to the home. What is fiber to the X? What is why to deploy FTTX? FTTX network architecturing, network design. All this we can provide in theory, given to the what we call that students or whoever who would like to learn more on this field. Then, of course, after the session, we have the fiber hand-on tutorial. And what is the outdoor-indoor fibers, mechanical spline, wheels, fusion spline. All these also we can provide some kind of practical, how to do the termination on mechanical splicing, and also the spline on connectors. And also we will provide some kind of training on what is about the aerial and the underground closures. So actually today we brought over some underground closure at the behind. We can have a look from the table behind. And of course we also have can be to rectify on what kind of the different kind of fiber like G.652, G.657. What is the difference between all these fibers? I think this will be especially a good differentials for you to understand the suppliers who supply the fiber, which can be applied also to your requirements on your projects. And day two, we have some introduction to the fiber to the home testing, like what you need to do, what you need to test, what kind of a safety issue, the testing parameter like insertion loss, optical return loss, and some kind of troubleshooting as well. We do provide this kind of training to you. And of course, in the afternoon session, we can provide some kind of hand-ons and practically for you to learn about this. And of course, for us, we do provide many kind of test solution like OTDR, power meter, line source, for locator. All these will be able for us to let you have some good understanding and practicals on the hand-ons. And we do have the day three on the installation of end-to-end network, how to familiarize on the fiber to the home network installation procedures. I think this is very helpful, especially for the installers. Of course, sometimes when we have a breakdown, we not want to have some kind of a troubleshooting. So you can be learn off, and also have a hands-on and practicals on how to use the equipment to test on the fibers. Of course, there can be a kind of many kind of testing that we can provide more detail during the sections. And you can see that this is some kind of field works. You can see that on the left-hand side there is a kind of cabinet in the FTC. Then you can see there is a pedestal, and also you can see that there is a TP on top of the pole. And actually, if you like, when you go into the field, you can see that all these components is laid out in outside plant. Then what kind of the troubleshooting method you need to have, or the knowledge that you need to know, you can experience by that. And you can see that this is our training room in our office. And this is some kind of our trainings given to some of our customers. And this is some of our FTTH test bed laying in our office, including on some simulation and also the hardware of the PON network, in which we can generate OLT, ONU, to be similar as a real network for you to have a physical test. You can see that this is our EPON system with various of fiber spool line splitter that we can do the actual simulations. And also we can have various of the testers available during the testing sessions. And also for us, we will provide kind of training material reference from the FTTH training sessions. So this is some of our offer, especially I think just make some summarize. We can provide a good testing solution and training courses. We do provide some kind of product component products, active component products. We also provide some kind of test solutions, test equipment for your installation and commissioning tests. So of course, I think this is what I'm going to convey on. And of course, I would like if you can have spare your time to go to behind on our booth to have a look on the actual and feel by yourself the actual components. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Cheng. We ask you to stay in front for the souvenir. We have a souvenir for you, and we will present.